Hello everyone, this is Raminder from our lovely group. I am here with my special guest today, Dr. Kiranbir. She is here in Perth from last 10 years and she is working as a dental doctor from last 7 years. Let's talk to her and know about her journey. वो क्या कर रही हैं अपनी professional life में and how she manage with her professional life and family life. Let's talk to her about her journey. हेलो किरण जी, क्या हाल है आपके?
हेलो रविंदर जी, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर हैविंग मी. आई एम वेल, हाल अच्छे हैं. And I must say, this is a very good thing you're doing, bringing all the women's together, giving exposure to the women's. Thank you so much for doing this, and I'm so happy to be here with you guys today to talk about me, my life, and in general about the womanhood.
Warm welcome and thank you so much for joining today. काफ़ी टाइम से आप जब से आए हो, आप एज ए डॉक्टर हो, डेंटल डॉक्टर, तो किस चीज़ ने आपको इंस्पायर किया कि आप एज ए डेंटिस्ट आप प्रोफेशन अडॉप्ट करें?
जी. So, Romanji, I am from that generation which don't really plan the career. It's our parents who plan the career for us. From day one, I remember, it's my dad who always wanted me to go into the medical field. And my dad, वो खुद एक जैसे जानवरों के डॉक्टर थे, उनको था कि भी मेरे बच्चे जो हैं वो इसी लाइन में जाएं. My mom जो है वो नर्स हैं, and same because उनका field medical था, they had this knowledge about the medical field, and they always wanted the child to be in a medical field.
Okay.
तो जैसे कि I don't think dentistry was ever inspiration for any of the child of my generation. So dentistry was always a kind of like a backup plan. So we all inspired to become like a general doctors, working towards MBBS, and then BDS was always a backup plan. So I chose the backup plan, and that's how I become the dentist.
That's interesting.
Yes, yeah.
जैसे हर प्रोफेशन में कोई ना कोई चैलेंजेस फेस करने को मिलते हैं, आपको क्या लगता है कि आपकी लाइफ में टू बिकम एज ए डेंटल डॉक्टर व्हाट चैलेंजेस हैव यू फेस्ड?
So getting into dentistry in India, I won't say that was hard. That was an easy thing to do. To convert that degree into a profession here in Australia probably was the harder step, So जैसे कि आपको शायद पता हो कि भी हमारी डिग्री जो इंडिया से है वो recognize नहीं होती इस country में. So we have to go through this rigorous process, and we have to give some exams. We have to go through, all the skill sets to make sure that we are skillful enough and safe enough to work on people here.
Yeah.
And that probably was the harder step, because one, it was time consuming, two, it was financially draining, and there was no promises that it was going to happen.
Yeah.
But saying that, I'm also very glad that this country gave me that opportunity. That opportunity to prove that we do have that skills and we are safe and we can do it. I mean, there are some countries where they don't recognize or don't give you that option of proving your skills. You have to grow through the whole 5 years of studies again. At least I'm so glad that Australia give you that option, and you can go through the pathway where you can prove your skills and start working. So that probably was the harder bit, and other than that, I don't think ever in career dentistry wise there was anything more challenging than that. People are good here. They understand the dental, they understand the value of the work, and I'm been lucky that I've been always been around people who are very supportive, and so that made my career kind of like a easy path.
How do you stay motivated to work as a dentist?
Yeah, good question. But motivation, there is always ups and downs when you talk about motivation. It's not a straight line. It will be nearly difficult to stay motivated like all the time. So there will be days when you feel low, burnt out, but then there are the days when you feel super happy about your work.
Yeah, that's true.
So what keeps me motivated is probably my team. I must say the team I work with is very good team. They all support each other. The dentists, the other associates I work with, they're not the one who will bring you down. They're the one who will uplift you, work with you. And of course, waking up in the morning and going to do something which you always wanted to kind of like do, and it's a good feel. So that's what motivates me.
I think some more ladies, I think कुछ और भी girls or ladies want to consider dentistry as a profession.
Yeah.
उनको आप क्या advice देना चाहोगे? That could
I
help
think
them.
it is a good career as long as you do understand that it do put a lot of physical strain on you, and also it's not easy in a sense that it is quite stressful because you have to give 100% of yourself every time. For example, a patient comes to you, you are having a hard day, but you cannot pass on that hard day emotions to your patient.
Yeah.
You have to be always a bit patient with your patients. Always understand that when they come to you, it's not the place they want to be. Hardly there will ever be someone who will say, I enjoy coming to a dentist. Most of people force themselves to be there. So we need to be, gentle with that, gentle with them. And the women who are considering dentistry, I would say it is a good job. It's a really good job. It gives you a very nice work-life balance. For example, I have a day off in a week where I can spend time with my child. The work hours are not super late, and I don't have any night shifts. That gives me a very good work-life balance. At the same times, when you're working, so it's not like you're having a cup of tea and you're earning money. No, that's not true. You're working on the patient, you're concentrating into a small area, and you're concentrating there for hours and hours and day after day. It does take a little bit toll on your body. So you need to be mindful to do your stretches, do your exercises.
Be prepared for that.
Be prepared that. But it's a good career to have, I must say.
Yeah,
definitely. If anybody is motivated to go in, I don't think that I would say something that will discourage them. It's always a good idea to get into it.
Along with this, you explaining good things as a dentist. As a typical dental doctor, आपको एक दिन को कैसे describe करोगे? How do you spend your day as a doctor?
So it's all full books, and you are doing kind of like a marathon, so there is like a patient after patient after patient, and there will be some emergencies, there will be things which probably won't go as planned and take longer than expected. And so we do have like a morning hour where we do average like 6 patients, and then we get a break in between, which is the time we kind of like stop, take a breath, do the notes, have a spend time with your team, kind of like refresh your mind. And then there will be an evening chunk where there will be another 6 patients. And in between patients, I would say we ever hardly get a chance to sit and talk and all. It's almost like a rolling cycle. It's busy. But once it's done, only very occasionally do I bring work home. So when you're done, you kind of like done, except if if you have to do some, say, ongoing paperwork or something, that's when you may have, but it's so occasional. It's not like I come home and I still have a work to do, so when you're done, you're done.
But most important thing, do you enjoy your work?
I do, surprisingly. So I'll tell you a funny story. When I first came here, of course, I wasn't allowed to work as a dentist because I was still needed to go through my accreditation process. And the one thing I missed most, and you might find it funny, was the fragrance of a dental clinic,
Okay.
you know, or the hospitals, you know. Somehow I really enjoyed that antiseptic, you know, that smell. It brings me, you know, so many emotions.
Oh.
So when I was not working as a dentist and I would go to, say, visit a hospital or visit a clinic,
Yeah.
and the moment I walk in, I was, you know, a fragrance will just come to me, and I would say, look, I can do anything to be in this environment.
Wow.
You know, this tells
That's
you that
interesting.
I
Yeah.
do absolutely love
Wow.
what I'm doing. You know,
No wonder that's why you
Yes,
are
yeah.
in this profession for a
Yes,
long time.
yes. And I also worked as a dental assistant when I was going through this process. And I could do anything to be on the other side of the chair, you know, like I was on a dental assistant chair. And maybe that's what motivated me to go through all that rigorous process and to be on the other side of the chair.
Definitely. Yeah.
And yeah, definitely, I do enjoy what I do, you know. Yes.
Wow. That's
And it's a good thing because you spend half of your life at work. If you enjoy what you're doing, it's kind of like you're enjoying that 50% of your life, which is a huge part of your, you know, life. And if you don't love what you do, I think you're doing yourself a bit of, you know,
it's
not the justice,
hard.
you know.
It's gonna be very hard.
Yes, yes. It's important that, you know, the place where you're spending 50% of your life, you should like that place, you know.
What do you think? Which is the most rewarding aspect from your profession in this? You think anything making you more happy? I know you love your profession.
I do. If I say what is the most rewarding, I would say it's the work-life balance that I get from it. I do want to work, but at the same time, I don't want to miss the life. You know, I don't want to miss, you know, looking after my toddler. I don't want to, you know, miss his milestones. You know, I want to be with him. And I'm fortunate that this job gives me enough financial independence that I be able to spend rest of my hours with my child without stressing that, you know, I need
that
to
is
be
more
at work,
important.
you know? Yes. I mean, after all, it's the family which is important, you know. I really have a high value for family. And work comes secondary. Although I enjoy it, it's not the priority. And I'm so glad that these jobs allow me to have that, you know.
That's what I was going to ask, because I see your son is only 3-year-old, playing around most of the time. So how do you manage your family and professional life?
Yes. When they say that you need a village to raise a child, I agree with it 100%. You do need a village to raise a child. And I'm so glad that I have that support system around me. You know, I'm able to work and able to do the other things that I do is because I know that, you know, my partner, my family, they're there to take care of my child. That when I'm out, I'm not worried. You know, even if my child is sick, I'm not worried that, you know, I know that he's among the people who really love him, care about him. So
only then you can be successful in your profession.
I think you do need that. You do need a lot of support system, you know. With my boy Sajjan, he's nearly 3 years old. I try to spend as much time as I can with him. You know, he's with me whenever I go out, except at work, and I drag him with me. I expose him to all kind of environments, you know. So I try to spend time with him. You know, I really what I believe is that the night time when you are like going to bed, that's very precious time. You know. I try to, although he's, you know, probably not understand too much, but I try to tell him about my day and I try to encourage him to talk to me about his day.
Yeah.
And that's probably the connection which I want to keep, you know,
Yeah.
maintain. So
That's true.
yes. So yes, family.
That's a moment of fulfillment, isn't it?
I think so. I think so. If I'm out somewhere, say I went to a dinner or something, and by the time I'm home and he's already asleep,
You're missing,
I
missing
do
a lot.
miss it. I do miss it. I strongly stop
Yeah.
myself, you know, that
It
urge
means
to
your
wake him
day
up.
is
You
not
know.
fulfilled.
Yes, that's right.
Without
that's right.
him,
You
yeah,
know,
that
it's,
is-
it's weird how
Yeah.
motherhood works
Yeah,
in
that's
that
true.
way. You know.
But I have seen along with this family professional life as a dentist, you have started your business as well.
Yes, on the side. Yes, I have
Yeah.
started a business. So that's a funny story too. I was never a business person. You know, I think I'm too gentle. I think I'm too gentle to do a business. You know, for a business, you need to have some kind of, you know, a strong personality where you are able to take, you know, steps for your business and all that. I was never the one. You know, I always thought that I'm the one who's just gonna work for other people, be in my space and all that.
Interesting.
Something changed when Sajjan happened.
Okay.
You know, when Sajjan happened, and I suddenly realized what's my legacy for him.
Ah.
You know,
Yeah.
and I was once watching a video of this lovely person in India, and he said that when you're doing a job, you're doing it for yourself. Yes, you're bringing money home. Yes, you are creating a financial, you know, support system for your child.
Yeah.
But when you die or perish, so does your job. Okay?
Yeah.
But when you do the business,
Okay.
and when you give it to your child, eventually,
Yep.
you have already done one generation work,
Okay.
which is kind of like you're giving your child a lead.
Yeah.
You know, there's a possibility the businesses may not work. There will be ups and downs and all that. But if it works, you know, and you have worked on it, you have done, say, a generation work, like a 20 years of work on
Wow,
it,
that's
and
interesting.
that does give your
Yeah.
child a lead.
Yeah, because children learn unconsciously from you, from their
That's
parents.
correct too.
Yeah.
And if somebody, for example, if I'm starting today, and say there was somebody whose parents started and now that person is running it, of course that person's gonna do better. These days that may not be true because it's social media age. You know, you do see like a young people doing super well, but that's what encouraged me to go into the business. I want to work on something slowly and steadily and consistently, so that I can build it up, you know,
That's
eventually.
great.
So
All credit goes to Sajjan.
Yes, I must say, yes, you know, he
That's
is
awesome.
a huge motivation in my life, you know. Yes,
That's very nice to hear.
that's right.
That's really
So talking about business, I have started investing in perfume business. So because I was always passionate about fragrances. If there, you know, we got senses, and if there is one sense that really moves me, and that is fragrance. I told you, I miss the hospital fragrance. You know, fragrances somehow make a very nice connection in my brain. And I connect to things and have like imprints on my brain. So and that's why I invested in a perfume.
Yes, I loved it. You gave me last time as a gift, and loved it. I'm still using it.
Yes, you know. So that's what I'm gonna do. You know, and gonna do it slow and gentle.
Yeah.
You know?
So it means passion is really important to motivate you as well.
Yeah, you need to have a right reasons for doing something. You know, if you're looking at like a quick shortcut, it doesn't work. I don't think it works. I think, you know, we have this saying जो हमारी हिंदी में कि जितना गुड़ डालोगे उतना मीठा होगा, you know. So you have to put lot of hard work into something, and that's when you have results, you know.
जैसे आपने बताया, पहले भी बात हुई थी, you make your own fragrances.
Yes, that's right.
So I think you showed your interest to teach our ladies as well.
Of course, I would love
Can we
to.
do
I would love
something
to.
about this? Like,
Yes, yes. If there,
Mhm.
if there are viewers who are interested to know that how I make my fragrances, who wants to learn how to make fragrances, or even want to have like a one-on fun activity where they make their own, I'm available. I can be more
it
than
would be
happy
interesting to learn
Yes.
fragrances from a dentist.
Oh yeah. Yes, it will be. Yes, definitely.
Love it.
Will be. Yes. Yeah. So that shows you that you can have more than one passions.
Yeah, of course. It means for a dental doctor,
Yes,
passion is so
yeah.
important. So
Yes,
everybody
yeah,
need to have
yeah,
it,
yeah.
something. So on
Yeah.
side by side, like professional life, family life, you have something to do,
Yes, only
to
if it
motivate
motivates
yourself.
you. Yes,
Yeah.
I mean, if you are just doing it for sake of doing it, I don't do that.
Yeah.
I don't do for sake of
Sake
doing
of
it.
doing, just
I
to
do
make
it if
money.
something
Huh.
inside me triggers me to do
Yeah,
it.
yeah. It's all
Yes.
about, passion comes
Yes,
first
yeah.
and business later on.
Yes, so this I think when it comes to business, there are two ways of doing it. One, you find the problem,
Yeah.
which also bothers you and bothers others, and you try to find the solution of it.
Yeah.
And that's when the businesses work. Probably work better that way.
Yeah.
The other way of doing it is that you find something that you absolutely love doing,
Yeah.
enjoy doing it, that the hours of work do not feel like work. And that's the other way of doing business.
Yeah.
Whether it's gonna work, we don't know. But at least when you're working on it, you are giving yourself a pleasure. And that itself is, I think it's a reward in itself,
Yeah, that's
If
true.
you enjoy doing something and at the same time you're building something, I think it's a reward,
Yeah, that's true.
Then you
Yeah.
don't need to wait for the actual, rewards, because you're getting by doing it,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. For example, what are you doing here? Isn't it? You do
That's-
it
yeah.
because you're passionate about
Yeah,
it.
that's true. Yeah,
And
I love to do.
and your reward is that you are doing it
the
for
peace of mind I'm
of course,
getting and the encouragements, energy
Yes,
I'm getting
yes.
from the ladies with
That's
the positive
correct.
words.
Yes, that's right. That's correct. That's
Yeah,
correct.
yeah.
Beautiful.
It would be good if we could organize something like this, because I heard about candle making or something
Yes,
other
yes.
Classes, but
Yes.
never heard. Frankly speaking, me at least never heard about fragrance making.
So in Perth, there are a couple of places
Okay,
which
okay.
do teach you how to make fragrances, and they do these classes.
Uh-huh.
Though they are more kind of like a bridal shower
Okay.
kind of thing,
Yeah, yeah.
but for the parties, a giveaway. You know how you give kids candy bags,
Uh-huh.
like a takeaway
Okay,
gift
okay.
to adults. You can
Yeah.
give the fragrances,
Yeah, yeah.
So this
That's
is pretty
nice.
new thing. Yes, there are
Uh-huh.
people doing it,
Yeah.
but fairly a new
Yeah.
thing, Yes.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. I will send you more information.
Yeah. Like in future, I'm planning to do, like, some ladies are connecting with me about
Yeah.
painting classes, or
Yes,
we
yes.
can add one of these.
We can
different
we can.
as
Definitely
well.
we
Yeah.
can. It will be good fun.
Yeah, along with
You've got
catch up and
beautiful,
getting
lovely ladies,
socialized.
who comes
Yeah.
together. So
Yeah, because if it's something, all purpose of our group is to learn and mingle with each other, socialize, making new
yes,
friends.
just let me know when you
So,
need me.
yeah,
I will
yeah.
be there.
So, yeah,
Yes,
sure, sure.
definitely.
So, what are other goals you are in future you thinking to achieve?
So right now, kind of the plate is full. If I'm able to manage what I'm doing, that's the priority right now.
Yeah.
I'm not looking into adding a new things onto my plate. There is my work, which of course it's very important for me, dear to my heart. So really want to keep my focus going there. And then there is the motherhood, which has probably the same, if not more, priority than that.
Yeah.
And with the business and then the other things on the side, if I'm able to manage that consistently, I think that's what the goal is, to keep going the way I am going, and that's the future goal. Surgeon's gonna grow, he's gonna go to school, the focus gonna shift, so it will become more for him than other things. So yes, pretty much the short-term goal is to just keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know, so that's the
You
plan.
enjoy, you have already so much to do. And
Yeah, it is.
yeah.
It is. So I don't think I have a space to add.
Main thing is to
more things
enjoy
to
as
it,
well
you know?
instead of adding more and more. Just
Yeah, that's
enjoy
right.
what you have
That's
in your
correct.
hands.
Yes, that's correct. You know.
So, for our ladies, what piece of advice you want to give to them as a dental doctor?
Yeah. So, lot many really to our women's. So I see that, you know, back home from where I am, from, you know, Punjab, going to a dentist regularly is not a thing.
Okay.
But I cannot stress enough and say enough that you should be seeing dentists frequently. You should go see them every 6 months.
Okay.
We have this misconception that if you get your teeth cleaned, I heard that so many times, it weakens your teeth. It's not true. Okay. So the people who go to dentists say, you know, there has been cases when they did a cleaning, there is some mobility, and then there is a questions like, oh, it's the cleaning which caused it. But it's other way around. There was already a mobility held together only by you know, the calculus or हम tartar बोल देते हैं उसको. And when you get your teeth cleaned, because it was the tartar holding it together, your teeth become slightly wobbly.
Okay.
Do not wait till you start having pain. You know,
Okay.
don't wait till your teeth are moving. You need to stay on top of it. Now, dental health is not an isolated episode. It's linked to your systemic health. You know, you're exposing a bacteria to yourself. It can cause all other kind of, you know, there has been research which linked it to the other diseases in the body. So, you know, you keep the portal healthy, and there's a chances you might keep everything else healthy as well. Okay, so a 6 monthly visit to a dentist is probably what I recommend. I like you to brush twice a day, but gently. I don't want you to be scrubbing too hard that you're causing wear in your teeth, you know. So a gentle brushing twice a day, and interdental cleaning, which is cleaning in between teeth, that's very, very important as well. Especially with the women's, you know, with the hormonal changes, pregnancy, and, you know, breastfeeding and the other hormonal changes, it has effect on the teeth. It has effect on the gum health and bone health. So that's why it becomes more important for the women that you stay on top of it, you know.
Yeah.
So choose anyone you like, go see them every 6 months, because the thing with the dentistry is that the sooner you catch the problem, easier and less costly it is to fix it. The longer you leave it, if you let it grow, let it become bigger, it's difficult to treat then.
Okay.
It will be extensive treatment, and then it will be more costly as well.
Wow.
Okay, so that's my biggest advice to the women of your group, that please take care of your health, do your general checkups, do your dental checkups. You know, nothing more important than your body. You know, it's a sacred place, you know, and you ought to take care of it, you know.
Thank you so much for this especially precious advice, because it's a kind of myth for our Indian people that we don't need to go to the dentist until we start any kind of pain.
Exactly, and we have this not with dental only. We have that with the general doctors as well. We have this saying that don't see a doctor if there is no problem. No, prevention is much better than a cure. You know, if you can prevent things, it's the best you can do, you know. No, definitely do see, you know. Yes. All right.
It's a lot, quite good. Thank you so much, Kiranji, for this precious advices and sharing your journey, struggle with us. And any plan for joining our next meetup?
Sure, just let me know when it is happening, and I'll definitely try to be there. You know,
we have to inform you.
Just message me. Okay? Sometimes it's you know, social media. There is the days when I'm just not there. You know, I do visit it, but it's like for other reasons and not just for me. But message me, and I'll try to be there, of course.
You know, by default, whenever I shoot any message about events, by default I feel like everybody will know that, but still some ladies are complaining or asking when is the next, even though I update a lot. But that's why I said that I must need to inform you, because some of
how
the
can we
ladies
work
can't.
it out?
Yeah.
Maybe we can find a way of doing it, you know.
Mhm.
Maybe just make a WhatsApp group and,
Yeah.
you know, I don't know how it's going to work, but
that's
yes.
the reason, but it's working as well. I chat group, messenger chat group I
Messenger
create,
chat. Oh,
and
yeah, yeah, oh,
just
good,
to
good.
inform everyone, at least
Yes.
they know that
Yes.
don't want anyone
Yeah, I
like
wish I
after.
could help you with that part, you
Yeah,
know,
no,
the technology.
that's fine.
But,
That's
yes,
fine.
you
All
know.
good,
But
because
do
you're
let me
already
know. We'll
busy and
be
doing a
there,
lot
you
for
know.
us. Yeah.
No, thank you, Roma, for taking time out. You know,
Yeah.
I do appreciate for doing this. You know, it's a lot of hard work that goes behind.
Thank
You know,
you.
organizing
Yeah.
stuff, making videos, bringing everybody together, and you've been doing this. So I must, you know, applaud you as well for doing the. You know, thank you so much for
You're
doing
welcome.
it. You know.
Always welcome, and
Yes.
thank you for getting time today from
No
your
worries
out of
at
your
all.
busy life.
Thank you for coming to my home and
my
with my
pleasure.
son running around. You
It's
know.
my pleasure, and
Yes.
having a cup of tea with you as well.
Yes, yes, no, beautiful. Yeah.
Okay, then hope to see you in
Yes,
our
we'll
next
do.
meetup,
Yes,
and
yes.
then we'll see our lovely
Of
ladies
course,
there as
yeah.
well.
I hope to catch up with you guys
Yeah.
fairly soon, and thank you for watching our video.
And thank you so much, and stay tuned. See you next time. Bye bye.